play is called Our Town. It was written by Thornton Wilder and is produced by the Rude Guerrilla Theater Company. In it, you will see Mr. Gregory Cohen, Mr. Scott Barber, Mr. Frank Aranda, Ms. Karen Harris, Ms. Lacey Pierce, Ms. Jean Nelson, Ms. Sally Leonard, and a host of others too numerous to mention. The name of our town is Grover's Corners, New Hampshire. It's just over the line from Massachusetts. Latitude 42 degrees, 40 minutes. Longitude 70 degrees, 37 minutes. The first act shows a day in our town. The date is May 7th, 1901. It's just before dawn. Just about. The sky is beginning to show some streaks of light in the east there, back of our mountain. The morning star always gets wonderful bright a minute before it has to go. Oh, now I'll show you how our town lies. Up here is Main Street. Across it over there on the left is the railroad tracks. Across the tracks is Polish Town. You know, foreign people come here to work in the mill. A couple of Canuck families. Oh, and the Catholic Church. The Congregational Church is over there. Presbyterians across the street. Methodist, Unitarian are over there. Baptist is down in the hollow by the river. Now, next to the post office there is the town hall. The jail's in the basement. William Jennings Bryan once made a speech from those steps there. Along Main Street, there's a row of stores, hitching posts and horse blocks in front of them. The first automobile is going to come along in about 5 years. Belongs to banker Cartwright, our town's richest citizen. Lives in that big white house up on the hill there. There's the grocery store and Mr. Morgan's drugstore. Most everybody in town manages to look into those stores once a day. This is our doctor's house, Doc Gibbs. Here's the back door. Well, here's Miss Gibbs' garden. Corn, peas, beans, hollyhocks, heliotrope, and a lot of burdock. Now, in those days, our newspapers came out twice a week. The Grover's Corners Sentinel. And this is Editor Webb's house. Well, this is Ms. Webb's garden. Same as Ms. Gibbs. Only it's got a lot of sunflowers, too. And right here is a big butternut tree. A nice town. You know what I mean? Nobody very remarkable ever come from it, as far as we know. The earliest dates on the tombstones up there in the cemetery say 1670. They're Grovers, and Cartwrights, and Gibbses, and Herseys, the same names as are around here now. So, as I say, it's early morning. The only lights on in town are in a cottage over by the tracks where Polish mothers just had twins. And at the Joe Kroll house, where Joe Jr. is getting ready to deliver the morning newspaper. And down at the depot, where Shorty Hawkins is getting ready to flag the 5:45 for Boston. There she is. Well, naturally, out in the country, all around, lights have been on for some time with the milking and so on. But town folks sleep late. So, another day has begun. Oh, there's Doc Gibbs, coming down Main Street now, coming back from that baby case. Here's his wife, come down to make breakfast. Doc Gibbs died in 1930. New hospital named after him. Ms. Gibbs died first, long time ago, in fact. She went out to visit her daughter, Rebecca, who married an insurance man in Canton, Ohio. She died there, pneumonia. The body was brought back here. She's up there in the cemetery now, in with a whole mess of Gibbses and Herseys. She was Julia Hersey before she married Doc Gibbs in the Congregational Church over there. In our town, we like to know the facts about everybody. There's Ms. Webb, come down to make her breakfast too. Oh, that's Doc Gibbs. Got the call to go to Polish Town at 1:30 this morning. Oh, there's Joe Crowell, delivering Mr. Webb's Sentinel.
Poor Doc.
Morning, Joe.
Wonder good now? Anybody been sick, Doc?
Oh, no. Had twins over to Polish Town. Hey, Joe. I see here that your teacher, Miss Foster, is going to get married.
Yes, sir. To a fellow over in Concord.
I declare. How do you feel about that?
Well, of course, it ain't none of my business. But I think if a person's not out to be a teacher, she ought to stay one.
How's your knee, Joe?
Fine, Doc. I never think about it at all. Only like you said, it always tells me when it's gonna rain.
What's it telling you today? Gonna rain?
No, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Do you ever make a mistake?
No, sir.
I want to tell you about that boy, Joe Crowell, there. Awful bright, Joe was. Graduated from the high school here, head of his class. So he got a scholarship to Boston Tech, to MIT, that is. He graduated, head of his class there too. It was all written up in the Boston papers at the time. Going to be a great engineer, Joe was. But the war broke out, and he died in France. Yes, sir, all that education for nothing. What business he had picking a quarrel with the Germans, we can't make out to this day, but it all seemed pretty clear at the time.
Giddy up, Bessie. What's the matter with you?
Here comes Howie Newsom, delivering the milk.
Morning, Doc.
Morning, Howard.
Somebody sick?
Had twins over to Mrs. Gorslavsky's.